Let me say it again. God deserves the best.
Amen.
So there was a lady that was like a project manager. She was a member of the church that I was part of. She was like a project manager. And she recommended this person to come and do the installation of the carpet for us. And the person came, and normally what I was doing at that time, after work, I would just come straight to the church and supervise, the work. So I was there, and they were laying the carpet. And I was just there just watching the workers. And they were laying the carpet, and the Lord spoke to me that the man, the owner of that company, he was there laying the carpet with some other fellas. He has his left ear is not working. So I should pray for him. So they were working. So I walked close to him and I said, sir, I went to the right side and I said, sir, the Lord is telling me that your left ear, you can't hear from it. He said, how do you know? I said, God just told me. He said, what? I said, yes, God just told me that your left ear, you can't hear. He said, yes. I said, okay, let me pray for you. I want you to see and experience the power of God. I love that. So I just prayed, and immediately, God just opened his left ear, and he started shouting. So the other fellas were like, what's going on? So he told them, he testified. To come to know it, that person that the Lord opened his left ear, that person was a Muslim. And he said, your God is good. I said, my Jesus is good. Then he told me, he said, anytime you need anything to be done on this carpet, call me. That was his reward. And I can tell you, he will be walking around telling people about what Jesus has done. And if Muslims are doing that, Christians, God has done some stuff for us. I'm talking about some stuff. I'm talking about our backs against the wall. That there was nothing good about that moment for us. And he made a way. And we are keeping the testimony. I'm talking about Harvey coming in your neighborhood, coming in on your street. Everybody getting flooded, and you still standing. I'm talking about an interview for hundreds of people, and they want to select only 2 or 3, and you get selected. I'm talking about a job interview where thousands of people or hundreds of people are competing for the same position, and they give it to you because God has given you favor. Amen. Let me tell you, this God is good. He's too good. And when he does good things to us, we must. Let me say it. We must. Let me say it. We must testify. Amen.
Amen.
We must testify. I remember years ago, member of this church, her father was not feeling well, sick, really sick. Lungs collapsed. Far away from this country, they called me. They connected me with them. I prayed over water. They put the water in his feeding tube. And immediately, the lungs that was collapsed started coming back. The machines that were working, the technicians, they were monitoring the situation. They saw that something has happened. They ran to the lady and they said, It takes, it's like the machine is faulty because everything is working. She said, no, it's not faulty. We prayed over water and I put it in the feeding tube. And that is what they said, no. They told, yeah, no, it cannot be. But it was. Amen. He got up again. He got up again. Amen. God is good. Yes. I don't know what you are going through. But this God that we serve, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God of Dominic, the God of you, Pearl, the God of Ikechi, this God be to your God. He heals. And he is doing this every minute. Every second, every minute, somebody is being healed by our Creator. That is a good place to be. Because our God is a progressive God. Say amen. Amen. Let's put our hands together for our God. He is faithful. By the grace of God, this month we started a new series. The message series, My Life Under God. My life, your life, under God. Last week, by the grace of God, we did a message title under the series, My Life Under God. The message title for last week was Submission to God. And when we went there were a couple of things that we said. We went to the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 34 to 40. And when we got there, we saw that the greatest commandment is to love God with all our hearts, with all our hearts, with all our minds, with everything that we have. And second to that is to love our neighbor as ourselves. Amen. We stayed there and we went a little deeper. But today, I want to take you on a progression here. Because our God is a God of progress. He always starts from somewhere and he gets to somewhere. And he never ends there. He keeps going. So, today I want to take you from where we ended last week. And I want to push you to another level. And by the grace of God, I will push you a little higher and deeper next week by the grace of God. So today, by the leading of the Spirit, I want to teach under the message title, Faithfulness. Amen. Faithfulness. Last week it was about love. Love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. This week we have progressed from love to faithfulness. And as I was studying, it came to my mind by the leading of the Spirit that you cannot stay in love if you are not faithful. Yeah. Amen. Amen. That anyone that is not faithful in love will fall out of love. Yeah. Sooner or later. This is not a marriage sermon. But what? Let me go a little deeper. Are you ready? Yes. I couldn't wait to come here. Amen. I just could not wait to come here. I could not wait to hear the signature tune for me to come here, because God dropped some stuff in me that I could not wait to release so that I will be free. So when I release, I'm free for need. Oh my goodness. That is why it is important to be a giver. As more as he gives me, the more I give, the more he gives. The more I give, the more he gives. Then I become a channel of God's blessing. Anyone that is hearing me on social media, on Periscope, on YouTube, wherever you are, on Facebook, you are going to be blessed, because he blessed me with understanding, and I am giving it to you. And tomorrow, as I sit down to read his word, he will bless me again, because now he sees that I am not a hoarder. So he tells me this morning, as I was saying, he said, Dominic, you should understand that when you have no faithfulness, you fall out of love. Amen. And in order for you to put your life under the Creator, who has made you evolutionary being, then you must submit, but the submission must come out of love. And for you to stay under him, you must be faithful. Amen. Amen. Oh my goodness. Amen. Are you ready for the major things today? Yes. Somebody is asking, where did he get this? Let me tell you. When you are faithful, when you are faithful with anything, you get a reward of your faithfulness. Amen. Amen. If God has given you a talent, God has given you a gift, God has given you anything, even a relationship. I'm talking about a relationship at work. A relationship at work. If you are faithful with that relationship, you will get a reward. Because faithfulness has a reward. Yes, amen. So the Lord tells me, that I'm going to reward some people through their faithfulness. First of all, I need to tell you that understanding is a key to overcoming challenges. You can receive a word and you get understanding and you'll be delivered from a bondage. Yes, lack of understanding will keep you in bondage even though you are free. So therefore, this church here speaks to the signs and it speaks to the power, and it speaks to the mercy and the grace of God, and it brings it in a place and in chunks for you to consume and for you to understand. So this is not some kind of thing that will make you go, I did not understand what he said. I'm not talking about Greek here. I'm not talking about Latin here. I'm speaking in simple English, and I'm going to speak to your mind for you to get understanding, because today you must get deliverance. Amen. Let us go go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9. First point is, lack of faithfulness to God stops the covenant of God to work in your life. Lack of faithfulness to God. When you lack faithfulness to God, it will stop the covenant working power in your life. You know, a covenant is deeper, greater than an agreement. But when you are in this kingdom, oh, let me tell you something, people of God. I'm not sure you're ready for this, but let me tell you. Do you know that everything in every community, every tribe, every nation, they do have something they call the rules of engagement.
Yes. Yes.
In different systems of that community, different systems in that society, different systems in that nation or that kingdom, there are rules of engagement. If you want to do something legally, you cannot just do it in your house. You must get somebody that knows the system, the legal system, to help you to engage into the legal system of that community or that nation.
Yes.
Let me go a little deeper. Do you understand that kingdoms also do have rules of engagement?
Yes.
The Bible says in the book of Psalms 100, when you read, it says, come to him with loud joys and sound and great praise. But he said, enter his gates with thanksgiving. That is a rule of engagement. Let me tell you, a rule of engagement, his cousin is a protocol. If you lack protocol, you may deserve something, but you will never get it. You will die without it.
Yeah.
If you do not know the rules of engagement, you may be legally right to get certain things, but you will never get it because you didn't know the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to somebody today.
Yes. Yes.
In this kingdom, there are rules of engagement. In this kingdom, there are protocols. If you don't know the protocol, you may be qualified by denying.
Yeah.
Not because they deny you, because you lack understanding.
Yeah.
But today, I'm here to bring you something to change your mindset. That when you are under God, the creator of all, the Alpha and the Omega, the Almighty power, and you are faithful, you get some benefits.
Amen.
Oh my goodness.
Amen.
So number one, I said, lack of faithfulness to God stops the covenant of God to work in your life. You know why? Because God is faithful.
Yes.
The only time you can flow with somebody is when they're flowing with you.
Yeah. Yes.
Anytime you can walk with somebody is when you have agreed to walk together.
Yes.
Oh, are you catching me? Are you catching me? Are you catching me? Are you catching me? Are you seeing what I'm saying? The only time you can flow with God is when you are flowing with where He's flowing.
Yes.
If not, God is going this direction and you'll be going the opposite direction. People will be saying God is good, but you don't see the good.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're not going where God is going.
Yeah.
You're going the opposite direction.
Yes.
He has left there. He left there 10 years ago. He left there in your father's generation. Yet you are sitting there waiting for the things he did 10 years ago. God is a progressive God. He is speaking. He is doing a new thing. Let me tell you, people of God, the reason why you are not seeing the power of God because you have decided not to flow with him. But let me tell you, if you are dealing with a faithful God, then you got to learn to be faithful.
Amen.
Let's go to the Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. Oh my goodness. There's too much to give you. I don't know whether you can handle me.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
There's too much. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. Is somebody helping me on that? Nobody is there? Oh, my daughter is out there. Hallelujah.
Amen.
It says, can you read for me? Let's move it. Today is fast.
Know therefore that Jehovah thy God is God, the faithful God, who keepeth covenant and loving kindness with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Know therefore that Jehovah thy God, he is God, the faithful God. That's one of his titles.
Yes.
Who keeps what? Covenant and loving kindness with them that love him and keep his commandment to 1,000 generations. Think about this. Your faithfulness to God, the benefits are not going to be only for you.
Yes. Amen.
There are going to be rewards that are going to come after you, generations after you, because you were faithful.
Amen. Jesus.
But the key here, he says, know therefore here is understand that Jehovah, thy God, he is God. He is the creator. The faithful God, the faithful creator, who keeps covenant. He's a covenant keeping God.
Yes.
And loving kindness. That is the default of who God is. With them that love it, I said before, in order for you to stay in love, you got to be faithful.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
And keep his command. You see, if you are not faithful in love, you cannot keep the vows.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what prophets lay their hands on you, what oil they pour on your head. If you are not faithful, you cannot see the power of the faithful God in your life. You will see his mercy because he's merciful. Mercy and blessings are not the same.
Yes.
Oh. But I'll tell you a good thing. He's saying that if you are faithful, not only is he going to bless you, but he's going to bless generations after you. To what? Thousands. Oh my God, this God is good.
Yes. Yes.
If anybody tells you he is not, I don't know where they read their Bible. And I don't know what kind of Bible they're reading. But this God is good. One person being faithful, he will extend his love and kindness and his covenant to thousands of generations after the person. What kind of God is this? Number 2. Are you ready? to God and his assignment given to you will qualify you for more. For more. Say for more.
For more.
Say for more.
For more.
If you are faithful to God and you are faithful to the assignment that he has given you, that will qualify you for more.
Amen.
Do you want more?
Yes.
Let me say it again. Do you want more?
Yes.
Let me say it again. Do you want more?
Yes.
Then there is a key for you to get more. And that key is faithfulness to God and the assignment he has given you. Let us go to the book of Matthew. I want you to watch this. Matthew 25, verse 23. Oh, today God is speaking.
Amen.
His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will set thee over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
The Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Good and faithful. That has been faithful over a few things. I will set thee over many things. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. Let me tell you, faithfulness with what he has given you qualifies you for more.
Amen.
Let me go a little deeper. Not only does it qualify you for more, but it also qualifies you to enter into the joy of the Lord.
Amen.
The Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength.
Yes.
That means when you are faithful with what he has given you, he gives you more. And not only more, he brings you into a place of joy.
Yes.
Joy doesn't come from the outside. Joy comes from within.
Yes.
Knowing what you know about what God has said to you, irrespective of the situations that you are facing. He says, when you are faithful with the little he has given you, he has given you an assignment. There is none that he has created that has not been given an assignment. If you don't know, you go to God and ask, God, what is my assignment? Don't take the assignment of God lightly, because that is going to define whether you will enter into his joy.
Yes. Amen.
You know, there's some people, they are gifted. God gave it to them. They can play keyboard. They can close their eyes. It's just part of them. It's like their music. No effort. But they are not faithful. And they struggle all their lives.
Yeah.
But your gifts should bring you before kings.
Yes.
Your gift should bring you before kings and make a way for you.
Yes.
So if your gift is not doing that, don't question God. God, why? No, it's you. Check your faithfulness gauge.
Yeah.
Maybe you are 0.
Yeah.
And you know the enemy will always fool you, because the enemy doesn't want you to go up. So you are on 0. But the enemy that you doing much. You doing much. Hey, me, I'm doing much. You're doing 0. For what God has given you, you got to perfect it. You got to reach millions. You think you just reach millions. You cannot unless he has perfected you. Because when he puts you on the pedestal, his name is underlined. People will be looking at you and saying they say they go to church. But because his name is on the line, he's not going to put you on the pedestal. He's not going to open the door for you unless you are faithful. Number 3. Say more. Faithfulness to God is the part of the Christian walk that gets you recognized for promotion. If you are not faithful to him, to what he has given you, you will not be recognized for promotion. You will stay there. They will not promote you to the next level. You will be praying for the next level. It's not that the next level is not available for you or to you, but you are not ready because you are not faithful. Let us go to the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 10. I want to show you something. Today you will get deep understanding. Say, today I will get deep understanding. You're going to walk in this kingdom with what? Understanding.
He that is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. And he that is unrighteous in a very little is unrighteous also in much.
You got to be careful what you say with the things the Lord has given you. There are some people, they are never faithful with what the Lord has given them. But let me tell you something. The way God works, he never works from the top. He works from the bottom and he takes you to the top. Even his son Jesus Christ, he could have just dropped Jesus Christ from heaven, fully matured human being, 33 years old, doing ministry, healing, and casting demons out. Oh, people of God, are you getting this revelation? You're not getting it. You're not getting it. Because you guys are sitting down and you heard this thing before. You guys are sitting down here. Yeah, we heard it 10 years ago in my mommy's church. That's how you said it. But God always works. The way he works, from the bottom to the top. He picks you up from a place where you cannot write home about. And he dusts you off. And he trains you. He trains your fingers to go to war. He trains your mouth to speak before kings and queens. He trains you to stand before congregation of people and declare his word with deep understanding, and you have no education. That is the way he works. He's the mighty God. He can take someone from zero and make them a hero. But whilst you are the zero, thank him for life. Thank him that at least you are seeing the light of the day. Thank him that you can walk and jump. Because there are some people my age, they cannot jump. They are on the hospital bed, spending thousands of dollars just to keep health alive. Be faithful with what he has given you. And when you do that, he will recognize that. For what? Promotion.
Amen.
That's what happened to David. With all the boys of Jesse, David was the one that was the bush boy. Take the sheep, feed them. The guy was doing it 365 days. Because sheep, they have to eat. There's no holiday. Oh, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? If you do something like that, we come to church 7 days, you will say, what kind of church is this? What pastor is that? Where did he come from? Oh yeah, just leave that church. Nowadays you can have church in your house. Put TV on. David was a shepherd boy. 365 days of the year, he was taking the sheep, he alone, to give them food to eat. The guy was faithful. You know why God is saying that David's heart is after me?
Yeah.
You think he just said that because he killed Goliath? No. It was more than that. Before you kill your Goliath, you should prove your faithfulness to God.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are not catching it. You are not catching it. Before you kill the biggest challenge in your life, before you overcome the biggest challenge, before you get victory over the biggest challenge in your life, you need to prove your faithfulness to the one who created you. So he says, he that is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. And he that is unrighteous in very little is also unrighteous in much. That means this character is a deep-rooted thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you never know that people are prideful until they get money. They have always been prideful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
All what money does is it amplifies what is in them.
Yeah.
They call it amplified. I know the musicians who understand me. If you need a kick to sound kick like itself, you need something to amplify the kick.
Right. Yeah.
The kick has always been there. The people were not hearing the kick because the amplifier was not working. The money in the society becomes the amplifier. If you see somebody rude because they have money, money did not make them rude. They have always been rude.
Yes.
They didn't like you in the first place. The reason why they were hanging around is because you had a little more than them. I said, I'm going to walk out of this place with wisdom. Say, I'm going to walk out of this place with wisdom. Say, I'm going to walk out of this place with wisdom. I'm going to walk out of this place with wisdom. So the Bible is telling us something so profound, fundamental. He's saying that if they are faithful with little, they will be faithful with much. If they are unfaithful with little, they will be unfaithful with much. It will not change. That is them.
Yeah.
But I pray for you
Amen.
that you will not be like that.
Yes.
That because of this wisdom and this understanding and this knowledge, you begin to walk your life in a way of understanding. Amen. To let your people know around you that God is first and you shall be faithful to your God. Amen. Put your hands together for the Lord. Put it together. Put it together. Put it together. Oh, point number 4. Are you with me?
Yes.
Faithfulness to God will preserve you. Faithfulness to God will preserve you. Anyone that is faithful to God will be preserved.
Amen.
You know why? Because He's all powerful. Let's go to the book of Psalms 31, verse 23. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. I hope people that are joining us, you are being blessed.
Amen.
Share, tell people about this. It happens every Sunday.
Amen.
This church, Christ is celebrated every Sunday.
Amen.
The power of God is present every Sunday.
Amen.
Miracles are free every Sunday.
Amen.
The only thing that is required from you is faith.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. The only thing that is required from you is faith in God. Let me step it a little deeper. Another thing that is required of you is sacrifice.
Yes.
Sacrifice your sleep. Read your Bible. Sacrifice your food. Fast at least once a week. Sacrifice something. Because in this kingdom, sacrifice means a lot.
O love the Lord, all you saints, for the Lord preserves the faithful and fully repays the proud person.
Did you hear me? Did you hear the Bible? It says, oh, love the Lord. We know that to stay in love, you must be faithful. All you, his saints. He's talking to us. He's not talking to nonsense. For the Lord preserves what? The faithful. And fully pays the proud person. I'm talking about not paying good. It's bad pay.
Amen. Yeah.
Faithfulness will preserve. Next step. Faithfulness, your faithfulness attracts God's eyes to be upon you. Your faithfulness to God is going to attract the eyes of God upon you. Oh my goodness.
Amen.
When God's eyes are upon you, you are going to be blessed. Say amen.
Amen.
Let's go to Psalm 101, verse 6. Say amen.
Amen.
I'm coming to show you a deep revelation. A deep what? Revelation. A deep revelation.
My eyes shall be on the faithful of the land.
My eyes shall be on the faithful of the land,
that they may dwell with me.
that they may dwell with me.
He who walks in a perfect way,
He who walks in a perfect way,
he shall serve me.
he shall serve me. This is a mouthful. The eyes of the Lord is upon the faithful. The deeper thing here is that they may dwell with me. There is a habitation of God when you are faithful to Him.
Amen. Amen.
Let's go to the next point. Point 6. Faithfulness to God is not common. Many are called, a few are chosen. Let me say it again. Many are called, but few are chosen. On that day, people will be surprised. Everything that you've been doing wrong in secret, it will come out. Everything. Many are called, but few are chosen. People with faithfulness to God are very few. Faithfulness to God is not common. People are consumed with self. Let us go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 6. Oh, I'm about to end. It is hard to find the faithful people. It is hard to find faithful husbands. It is hard to find even faithful partners. It is hard to find faithful wives. It goes both ends. There are some wives that are not faithful. They have their own agenda. They marry you because you make a little money than them. They marry you because of six-pack. When that six-pack falls, we see how far they will run. It's going to be 100 meters dash. Keep up. Before you know, you came home from work, they're gone. Pray that your six-pack stays. So you are 90 years old. Still be working out. 90 years old. May the Lord help you. Glory be to God.
Most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man?
Most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? When you meet people, the first thing they tell you is the accomplishment. Dr. Kuraba. Studied in Ivy League. And then the way they walk, it's like some spirit enter into them. Full of themselves. Just want you to see their work. Doesn't matter. This will not take you to heaven. They do stuff like this. All these things, where will you end up with? The Bible is saying, Proverbs 20, verse 6, it says, most men will proclaim each of his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? Faithful people are very few. They are not common. But let me tell you something, because the Lord is looking for the faithful on the land, you can set yourself apart. Amen. Where the eyes of the Lord will be upon you. Amen. All what you need to do today is to make a decision that you will be faithful to God.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Let's conclude. Let's go to Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. The last point is faithfulness to God in all you do will give you the crown of life. Faithfulness to God in all you do will give you the crown of life.
Do not fear any of those things which you are about to suffer. Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life.
This is telling us that in all we go through, we got to stay faithful to God.
Amen.
Oh.
Amen.
And if we do that, He will give us the crown of life. I want to end. In order to get the crown of life, it starts here. You need to give your life back to the one who created it. You need to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. You need to accept that you are a sinner, and He, Jesus Christ, came, the Son of the living God, to die for you. And from that point, you are starting a journey of faithfulness to Him. And when you stay faithful in all trials and tribulations and testing, you will end up with a crown of life. May you accept Jesus today.
Amen.
Say after me, Father, in the name of Jesus,
Father, in the name of
I know that I am a sinner,
I know that I'm a sinner,
and Christ, your Son,
and Christ your Son
came and died for me.
came and died for me.
Today,
Today,
I accept Jesus Christ
I accept Jesus Christ
as my personal Savior.
as my personal Savior.
Jesus,
Jesus,
come into my life
come into my life
and be my Lord.
and be my Lord.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
amen.
amen.
Find you a good